Maya had a group chat with 14 people in it. She was the one who remembered everyone's birthdays, the one who sent the voice note at midnight when a friend was crying, the one who showed up, always, without fail, without complaint. At her cousin's wedding last spring, 3 different people pulled her aside and said the same thing. "I don't know what we'd do without you." She smiled every time and drove home alone at 1 a.m., parked outside her apartment for 20 minutes and sat in complete silence because she didn't have the energy to go inside. She wasn't sad, she wasn't broken, she was fine. That was the problem. Let me tell you about Maya. 29 years old, good job, the kind where people respect you, a social life that looks, from the outside, genuinely full. She goes to dinners, she makes plans, she laughs at the right moments and remembers the right details and texts back within the hour. By every visible metric, thriving, more than fine, maybe even someone others quietly envy. But here's what a normal Wednesday looked like for Maya. She wakes up already tired, not the kind of tired that sleep fixes, a deeper kind, the kind that has been there for so long she stopped expecting it to leave. She gets dressed, does the thing with her face that makes her look like herself, and goes out into the world to perform the person everyone knows. At work, she's sharp, warm, on top of everything. At lunch, she asks her colleague about his weekend and actually listens to the answer. By 6 p.m., she has given so much of herself to so many people that there is almost nothing left. She goes home, sits on the couch, opens her phone, closes it, opens it again, and feels absolutely nothing. Not sad, not stressed, just gone. And then her phone lights up. Someone needs something, and Maya, from somewhere she cannot locate, finds what it takes to respond. Of course, happy to help. Here's what nobody tells you about people like Maya. They're not weak, they're not traumatic, they're not going through something obvious that anyone can point to and name. That's exactly what makes this so dangerous. High-functioning depression, and that's what we're talking about even if Maya has never used those words, doesn't look like depression. It doesn't look like anything from the outside. It looks like competence. It looks like reliability. It looks sometimes like the most together person in the room. What it feels like is different. It feels like running on a battery that never fully charges. You function, you do everything you're supposed to do, but there's a lag, a flatness, a quiet distance between you and your own life that you can't quite explain. You're present in all the right places and somehow nowhere at all. And here's the part that keeps it hidden for years. Maya is good at being okay. She has practiced it since she was young, being the one who holds it together, being the one others lean on, being the person in the room who makes everything feel lighter. She learned early that her emotions were safest when they were invisible, that her needs were most comfortable when they were small. So she made them small, and smaller still, until the distance between who she was and who she appeared to be became so vast she couldn't remember which one was real. There's a specific moment Maya knows well. It happens at parties, at brunches, in the middle of conversations she is genuinely participating in. A moment where she steps slightly outside herself and watches, just for a second, the person she is performing. The laugh, the gesture, the warmth that comes out automatically like muscle memory, and something underneath asks, very quietly, "Is any of this actually me?" She never answers. She comes back, she keeps going. Psychologists call this depersonalization, a quiet disconnection from the self that becomes so familiar it stops feeling like a symptom and starts feeling like a personality trait. Like this is just who you are, a little removed, a little behind glass, functional, always functional, but not quite there. The cruelest part of high-functioning depression is not the emptiness, it's that the emptiness comes wearing productivity. It comes disguised as a full calendar and a clean apartment and a reputation for always being okay. It makes it almost impossible to ask for help, because from where would you even start? I'm fine, I just feel like I'm disappearing?
Maya's moment came on a Tuesday evening that looked like every other Tuesday evening. She was on the phone with her mother, routine call, nothing heavy, and her mother asked, the way mothers do, "How are you, really?" And Maya opened her mouth to say fine, and nothing came out. Not tears, not words, just a pause so long that her mother said her name twice. She didn't have a breakdown. She didn't have an answer. She just finally, for the first time and longer than she could measure, didn't have the energy to perform fine for one more second. That pause was the most honest thing she had done in years. Here's what I want you to take from Maya's story. Fine is not a feeling. Fine is a door you close so nobody looks too closely at what's behind it. And the longer you keep it closed, the more convincing it becomes to everyone around you and eventually to yourself. If you are the one who always shows up for everyone else, the one who holds it together, who checks in, who remembers, who stays, I want to ask you one question. When was the last time someone asked how you were and you actually told them? Not the version of you that's handling it, not the version that's fine. You, the tired one, the one who sits in parked cars at 1 a.m., the one who performs warmth so naturally that everyone forgets to offer it back. That version deserves to be known too. Maya learned that. Maybe it's your turn.